We've all felt it, haven't we? That low hum of uncertainty in the background of our lives.
Yeah, definitely.
From global shifts and environmental changes to, perhaps most acutely,
Mm.
the incredibly rapid and often, well, opaque advancement of artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
It can make the technology that's become so fundamental to our daily existence suddenly feel a bit alien.
Right. Unfamiliar, maybe even unsettling,
So this deep dive is really about cutting through that feeling.
getting to the heart of it.
Yeah, it's about asking a fundamental question. How do we as humans really respond when the digital world around us, goes awry?
How do we cope when things don't work as expected?
Exactly. How do we navigate a future where our tools are so powerful, yet sometimes so inscrutable?
It's a huge question, and this study we're looking at offers a really interesting lens.
It really does. We're diving into a fascinating academic study that uses the acclaimed film Leave the World Behind.
Hmm.
And it's not just looking at it as entertainment, but as a kind of powerful narrative mirror.
Reflecting our actual anxieties. Things like hidden algorithms, our digital vulnerability.
Right, and what happens when the fabric of our connected world starts to fray?
And what's brilliant about this study, I think, is its approach.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, it looks at how meaning is made through signs and symbols in the film, semiotics.
Like a specific sound meaning something, or a
Yeah.
character's choice.
Exactly, from an ominous silence to, maybe what someone wears. And it blends this with archetypal theory.
Okay, so universal patterns of human behavior.
Precisely. Those patterns that emerge under pressure. Essentially, it treats the film like its own mini-world, a semiosphere constantly generating meanings.
And then looks at the enduring human characters within it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So our mission for you, the listener, is to extract the crucial insights from this unique analysis.
We want to help you understand not just what happened on screen.
But what universal human capacities are truly essential for resilience in our increasingly tech-mediated world?
And what that means for you right now.
Okay, let's start by really unpacking that sense of pervasive uncertainty.
Right.
Our source highlights it as this complex, mixed geopolitical instability, rapid environmental change.
And of course, the exponential, sometimes dizzying advancement of AI.
They're not separate issues, are they? They kind of weave together.
Absolutely. Creating this tapestry of challenges for, all of us.
And it's not just about the external world. The study points out, and many scholars agree, that AI isn't just a passive tool anymore.
No, it's becoming an agent, something that actively shapes human behavior.
Which sounds a bit sci-fi, but think about it.
Our identities, how we think, interact, even understand ourselves, are being subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, transformed by these constant interactions.
It's a pretty profound shift in what it means to be human, potentially.
Definitely. A post-humanist perspective, some might call it.
Which is exactly why a film like Leave the World Behind is such a compelling case study here.
Right, because unlike, say, Terminator or The Matrix,
Where the AI is very visible, often hostile.
yeah, here AI is more like this invisible, pervasive force. It subtly disrupts infrastructure, it messes with perception.
And it taps right into those real anxieties we have about algorithmic opacity, like when we just don't get how our tech works.
Exactly. And our digital vulnerabilities, even existential risk, the film's ambiguity, the not knowing.
The information gaps, the unpredictabilities, it mirrors our real fears perfectly.
It really does, that feeling of things being out of our direct control.
So the study's core hypothesis here is really powerful. It suggests that in these kinds of AI-driven crises, our survival, our well-being, it depends less on just technical fixes.
Or conventional problem solving.
And more on things like our emotional intelligence, our adaptability, our critical thinking.
It's about uncovering those fundamental human archetypes that emerge when our high-tech world starts to genuinely wobble.
Which naturally leads to a really intriguing question.
Okay.
As AI keeps getting better at complex cognitive tasks, data analysis, writing, you name it.
Things we used to think were uniquely human.
Yeah. What truly remains distinct about human intelligence? What are those abilities that AI, just can't replicate?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Traditionally, we've defined human intelligence by problem-solving, reasoning, abstract thought, learning.
The standard stuff.
Right. But as AI increasingly performs these very tasks, it blurs the lines. It really challenges our long-held ideas of human exceptionalism.
Makes us reevaluate what really sets us apart.
Exactly.
And this is where it gets incredibly important for us, for you listening. The study highlights these distinctly human capacities that are becoming, more crucial than ever.
Go on.
Okay, first, emotional intelligence.
And this isn't just about AI simulating
No,
emotion.
no, not at all. We're talking about authentic empathy, really understanding emotions and motives, building genuine relationships, navigating social complexities.
Things vital for ethical leadership, right? Not just in tech, but everywhere.
Absolutely. And here's a fascinating, slightly worrying twist the study mentions: assimilation-induced dehumanization.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, the idea is if we start treating emotional expressive AI like they're truly feeling, like they're people,
Uh-huh.
it might actually distort how we perceive other humans.
Mm-hmm.
We could, ironically, become less empathetic towards each other.
Wow. That's something to think about. Okay, what else?
Then there's critical thinking. Even as AI gets smarter, maybe because it's getting smarter, our ability to think critically is paramount.
That higher order function.
Yeah, to contextualize, to question, to really assess what algorithms are telling us,
Yeah.
evaluating complexity, discerning truth.
Basically maintaining our autonomy in a world just saturated with algorithmic influence.
Couldn't say it better. And finally, adaptability.
Right.
Our unique human knack for navigating completely novel situations, stuff we don't have a pre-written script for.
Learning on the fly, collaborating, adjusting to dynamic tech contexts.
Which, let's be honest, is kind of the new normal for all of us now.
It really feels like it.
So when you connect this back to the bigger picture, cultivating these capacities, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, adaptability, it isn't just about, individual self-improvement.
No, it's fundamental for collective governance, for ensuring human flourishing in an AI-integrated world.
It's about societal resilience, really, not just personal growth.
Well put.
So how did the study actually use the film, Leave the World Behind, to explore all this? What was the method?
Well, the researchers treated the film as a semiosphere.
Okay, unpack that a bit. Semiosphere.
Think of it like the film itself is its own living language, a dynamic space where meaning is constantly emerging through every visual cue, every sound, every narrative symbol.
So everything potentially means something.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And within this rich environment, the characters aren't just random people in a story. They embody specific archetypal patterns.
Those universal human responses to crisis we mentioned.
Exactly.
And the setting in the film illustrates this perfectly, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We meet the Sanford family, the Scotts. They all start in this place of comfort, deeply reliant on digital tools.
Like the Scots' fancy house.
Right. That super advanced home starts as this symbol of privilege, of safety, but as things unravel, it transforms into this glaring sign of their vulnerability.
Interesting. And the sound design, too.
Oh, definitely. The soundscape shifts dramatically. From familiar background noise
Like phones buzzing, TVs humming.
to this really ominous silence, punctuated by unsettling sonic booms. It clearly signals that society itself is collapsing.
Okay, so the film's plot then unfolds in stages, showing this evolving role of AI.
Yeah. Initially, AI is unseen, just sort of undermining security subtly.
Then it gets more overt.
Well, covert disruptions start eroding trust. Then, as they search for solutions, AI becomes this technological void. They have to survive without digital help.
Forced offline.
Right. And even in the crisis resolution phase, AI remains this unpredictable threat. But interestingly, this fosters social cooperation over reliance on machines.
And the ending is uncertain.
Deeply uncertain. Survival is possible, but fragile. You have Rose finding comfort in friends amidst chaos, but also finding that bunker. And the music, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like that song, Rev3NGE, back and I'm badder than ever before, don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. It kind of foreshadows the disruption.
Wow. So this systemic breakdown reveals these archetypes.
Exactly. 6 of them. And each one illuminates a different adaptive strategy, or maybe a failed one, when faced with this kind of tech uncertainty.
Okay, let's walk through them. Who's first?
First, the adaptive hero, Amanda Sanford. She starts as this confident ad exec, even admits she understands how to lie to people.
Right. Not exactly a classic hero starting point.
No, but her journey is about evolving, shifting from trying to control things with tech to embracing collaborative leadership. She realizes the threat is their dependency.
So her arc shows critical thinking, emotional growth.
Precisely. Then the knowledge bearer, G.H. Scott.
The owner of the house.
Yeah. He offers crucial knowledge, warns about the blackout because he can understand the patterns that govern the world.
And he has that specific memory.
Yes. He recalls the I love you virus from 2000, how it spread by exploiting trust through email attachments. His role shows how emotional intelligence is needed for ethical leadership, for helping people see what's really going on.
Okay, makes sense. Who's next?
The individualistic survivor, Danny, the neighbor.
Ah, yes. Mr. Self-Preservation.
Exactly. Driven by rational self-interest, refusing help despite having resources, he highlights how isolationism can be just as dangerous as aggression in a crisis.
And how tech uncertainty can make people withdraw just when connection is vital.
Right. Then we have the vulnerable dependent, Archie Sanford, the son.
His teeth falling out.
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
It really was. His sudden illness, his need for protection, needing medication, it personifies how reliance on technology fosters new kinds of fragility, both physical and psychological. Digital vulnerability made flesh, essentially.
It's a stark reminder. Okay, 2 more.
The social mediators.
Yeah.
Clay Sanford, Amanda's husband, and Ruth Scott, GH's daughter.
How do they mediate?
Well, Clay mediates practically and emotionally, trying to bridge gaps, de-escalate tension. Ruth maintains social stability through her steady, consistent conduct, even when she's suspicious or upset.
Their steadiness allows others to change.
Exactly. It underscores that emotional intelligence, trust, strong social bonds, they're absolutely vital when technology collapses.
And finally,
The digital escapist, Rose Sanford, the daughter obsessed with friends.
the study calls her a false hero. Why?
Because she retreats into fantasy. Her fixation on the show, her independent actions, they lead her to the bunker, yes, but after she's emotionally and physically distanced herself, it doesn't help the group survive together.
So her immersion in nostalgia, instead of confronting reality.
Represents a failed adaptation strategy. It shows how digital dependence can distort social interaction and limit real survival prospects.
Okay, so we've dissected these archetypes, the narrative layers.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for you, the listener? What are the actionable insights here for navigating our world?
Yeah, this is where it gets really practical. The study offers some crucial strategies for human resilience.
Let's hear them.
First, collective meaning-making is the foundation. It's saying legal rules aren't enough.
Because when tech fails, our whole understanding of reality gets shaken up.
Exactly. So we need multi-stakeholder dialogues,
Yeah.
culturally grounded ways of understanding reality, maybe even redefining progress so it's not just about efficiency.
Aligning tech with actual human values, shifting norms from the ground up.
Right. It's like we need to agree on what's true and what matters together.
Okay, what's next?
Second, it strongly emphasizes emotional intelligence as a counterbalance
We talked about this being uniquely human.
and essential for responsible tech development. Teams need to build in empathetic feedback, not just cold logic. Education needs to foster emotional and ethical awareness, arts, philosophy, psychology.
To preserve human agency.
Yeah, because our emotional discernment lets us maintain agency even as systems get way more complex, potentially dehumanizing.
Good point. Strategy 3.
The critical need for an intergenerational knowledge exchange.
So not just dismissing younger generations as digital escapists.
Absolutely not. True resilience comes when both generational perspectives are integrated. Promote reverse mentorship, community events, shared media literacy.
Younger folks teach older ones about tech. Older ones share wisdom about navigating uncertainty without tech.
Exactly that kind of exchange. It builds stronger bridges.
Okay, number 4.
Collaborative resilience over self-sufficiency. We saw this with Danny, the individualistic survivor.
Going it alone doesn't work.
It often leads to harmful outcomes. Adaptive success favors those with strong social ties, collaborative skills. Education organizations should foster flexible thinking, democratic participation, build collective intelligence.
Because nobody survives alone. Makes sense. And the last one.
Finally, and this one is so critical, ecological literacy as technological competence.
Connecting tech and the environment.
Because they are fundamentally interdependent. Dismissing environmental cues for tech solutions like ignoring strained animal behavior in the film can lead to irreversible breakdowns.
So engineers need training in environmental consequences.
Yes, and schools need to embed ecological literacy right into technology education. Why this matters to you, the listener. Understanding this intersection is essential for navigating complex socio-environmental systems.
And making sure our innovations don't create even bigger problems down the line.
Precisely.
Wow. Okay, so this deep dive into leave the world behind, using this lens of archetypes, it really shows that navigating AI's uncertainties isn't just about tech solutions or regulations.
Or faster processing power.
Right. It's fundamentally about us, our human capacities.
Indeed. We've seen how those archetypes, the adaptive hero, knowledge bearer, individualistic survivor, vulnerable dependent, social mediator, digital escapist, reveal these patterns of both vulnerability and resilience.
And the 5 key strategies you outlined.
Collective meaning-making, emotional intelligence, intergenerational knowledge exchange, collaborative resilience, and ecological literacy, they're all about strengthening those core human capacities.
The takeaway seems to be that future tech development has to prioritize empathy, transparency, ethical reflection.
It
So
must.
thinking about our listeners, what stands out to you from this discussion? This isn't just for academics, right?
Not at all. It's really about how you can contribute to shaping a more responsible technological future. In your community, your workplace,
Maybe just how you engage with the tech in your own home.
absolutely. Reflecting on how narratives like this film mirror our real anxieties is vital. It pushes us to look critically at our own dependencies.
And recognize our inherent capacities for adaptation.
Yeah.
So maybe a final thought to leave people with. What if true technological progress isn't measured just by efficiency or the newest gadget,
But by what?
but by how well it actually strengthens our collective meaning-making, enhances our empathy, bridges those generational divides, fosters collaboration?
And harmonizes with the natural world.
Exactly. How might you rethink the signs and symbols of progress in your own life based on that?